Right, folks, Talk Sport this morning, the Jim and Simon show. I mean, Simon would be preferred to call it the Simon and Jim show, but it's not. It's the other way about. It's all Jim show, although Simon is the main man there. They were talking this morning about Jurgen Klopp. Is he or is he not a legend? Does he deserve to be called a legend? And look, let's be honest. It doesn't matter what they say on the show or what anybody says. I would imagine if you go speak to 100 Liverpool supporters tonight, or 500 for that matter, I would imagine every single one of them, to a man or to a woman, would say he is a legend. And really, that's all that matters. But they had a bit of a debate on it, and a couple of fans phoned in, and they talked to Simon and got his views, and they talked to my mate Martin O'Neill, who for me talks a hell of a lot of sense. Simon was of the opinion that he probably isn't a legend because he hasn't won enough. And considering he's been here 9 years, it isn't that long, but it's long enough to have won more. And I sort of understood where he was coming from. That is, until it was Martin's turn. And when old Martin O'Neill spoke up and said what he said, I agreed with everything, as I always tend to with Martin. And also, I think the first fan to ring in, or second fan, was saying, look, let's not forget, we've done well at a time when City have been almost untouchable. Year upon year, they've spent more money than us. They've had a greater squad to start with. When Klopp first got here, City's squad was way ahead of Liverpool's then anyway. Liverpool, to a great extent, were in the doldrums. City were flying reasonably high. They had a better squad. Since Klopp's been here, they've spent more money every single year. And they've had a lot of financial fair play charges hanging over them that still haven't been satisfied. One of the callers said there is the 1 year where we got probably record points. No one has ever got as many points and come second. And I think we've been really unlucky. So he believed Klopp should be called a legend, as did Martin O'Neill. And the more I heard, the more I thought, well, yeah, for me, he should be. He really should be. You see, for me, folks, I mean, I'm a United fan through and through. Always have been. If you're the old Mickey Mouse watching this now, if you're one of those that support that there Liverpool, you won't believe where I'm coming from. I just love greatness. I love greatness whoever they play for. I'm totally unlike all of you, and I'm also unlike my fellow Manchester United fans. If you're United, you've got to hate everything and anything about Liverpool, and vice versa. That's how it is where there's all big rivalries like your like your Celtic and your Rangers, or your Spurs and your Arsenal, as we seen the other night. But I'm not that way. I mean, I grew up hating Liverpool. I've always hated them. I hate them now. In my early years, I've followed football for 50 odd years now. Liverpool were winning everything and we couldn't. It killed me. And even when we started to win under Fergie, it was still Liverpool we always wanted to beat. Not only did I want to knock them off the perch, I wanted to keep them off that perch. I didn't want them back on there at all. Klopp sort of has nearly got them back there. He's done a wonderful job. But if you were to say to me, is he a legend? Well, all I will look at is this. I mean, as a person, I think he's fantastic. As a guy that's taken on the culture and everything about Liverpool and the Scousers themselves, he loves the club. He loves the Liverpool folk, the Scousers, and he loves everything to do with the heritage and Hillsborough and everything else. He's bought into everything. I think the guy is brilliant. I used to think Shanks was brilliant. Shankly was one of my favourite managers of all time. The fact that he coached the enemy didn't matter to me. I just love Shanks. You'll see it in one of my very early videos from when the channel started. I've had a couple of United fans come on to me and say, you can't be a real United fan to say anything good about the Scousers. Well, I believe you can. If there's greatness anywhere, wherever it is, even if you've got to say it through gritted teeth, you say it. And I respect greatness. Shankly was, as was Paisley. Klopp is. There's no doubt about it for me. And had he been there longer, they would have won more. Damn squib this year. After one trophy, damn squib. But let's look at the figures, because that's what I did. Because I never... My memory's crap, folks. I never remember figures. But I wrote them down earlier just to make sure I was getting it right. And I'm only talking the major cups, not the charity shields and stuff like that. Shanks was there 15 years. Now, I know he was the catalyst to build Liverpool from nothing to now what they are. He was the mirror image of Sir Matt Busby with ourselves. We were all nothings until Shanks and Busby got hold of us. They took us from the ashes, from the doldrums, and built us up. So Shanks deserves all the praise in the world. Wonderful man. But he was there 15 years. He won 3 First Division titles, which are the equivalent of a Premier League now. He won 2 FA Cups, and he won 1 UEFA Cup in 15 years. Klopp has been there for 9. He's won 1 Premier League, he's won one Champions League, and 2 League Cups. Now, for me, he's been there 2/3 of the time that Shankly has, and for me, his winnings are better than what Shankly's done. They're obviously not matching Paisley's, but who he's going to? No, I think he's a legend, and I think it's right that he's called that. But, as I say, it doesn't matter 30, 40 years down the line whether folk remember him as a legend. The Liverpool fans will. Liverpool fans always will. And as future generations grow up, the mums and dads will talk about Klopp the same way they talk about Shanks and Paisley. There's no doubt about that. So for me, legend every day of the week. He's going to be a massive, massive loss from the Premier League. We're never going to see him again, unless that is he ever comes back to Liverpool. And I know folk could say there'd be no chance, because why would he come back when he can't cope with it all now? But you never know. Football's a funny old game, as somebody once said. But we're never going to see him for any other Premier League team. I am doing another video about Klopp, as it turns out, over the weekend, something totally different. So if you've liked this video, look out for it. I'll entitle it just Klopp, and it'll come out Saturday or Sunday. Even if you don't like this video, look out for it. See what you think. Anyway, am I right? Am I wrong? Is he a legend? Is he not? If you're a Liverpool fan, surely he's a legend in your eyes. Is it? He must be. If you're not a Liverpool fan, what do you think? Legend or not? Certainly a great manager. What you can definitely say, and I don't believe anyone can knock this, he's one of the greatest managers we've had in the Premier League over the last 25, 30 years. He must be. I believe he's one of the best anyway. And I'm sad to see him go. I like the guy. United fan or not, I like the guy.